All right. Good morning. It's morning here on the East Coast, West Coast. So I don't know. I just thought I'd jump on. It's going to be a fun weekend. It's just going to be a fun weekend. I'm sporting mustache. I'm going to grow mustache back. Once in a while, I feel like growing a mustache. Yeah, back in the 80s, in the 70s, we all wanted Frampton hair. You guys know who Peter Frampton was. Still is, but he's bald nowadays. But back then he had long flowing brown hair. And I had long flowing brown hair in the 70s. And then Magnum PI back in the 80s. Everybody wanted the Tom Selleck, the Magnum mustache. Every dude sported a mustache just about in the 80s. And the crazy ones, mullets. So anyway, going back to the stash, shaved this morning. I was looking kind of rough one night. Yeah, I was. So, but anyway, I'm playing it sort of by ear for the. I think I'll be at the tournament tomorrow. I can breathe, which is great, but the medicine is really aggressive in dosage, and steroids, when it's really aggressive like this, it is. It's exhausting. It takes a lot out of you. So, I'm sure the guys will help me load up at the end of the day. But I may need a little bit of help by the end of the day to get everything packed up. But it's going to be a fun day. It's beautiful weather right now. Gosh, it's gorgeous outside. You can't ask for a better fishing weekend than this. Met one of my neighbors, because I'm fairly new to the neighborhood, and so he's going camping with his family today, and real nice guy. I mean, I have great neighbors. You can't buy good neighbors. You just can't. So he's a fireman, an EMT out on the base here. They have a base here. So we are, maybe he and I will go fishing one day together. I fish with the other firemen down the street. So figured it's good to have an EMT near me. They have no idea. So, but anyway, I hope you guys are planning something good and fun this weekend. I really do. I just waiting for my rod for this guy. Won't come in till next week. Kind of a bummer. Really would like to try an ultralight this weekend, but it is, it'll come in next week. That fillet knife that I put on, man, what a nice fillet knife. That one I used, I cooked last night the crappie I caught. I Louisiana breaded it and deep fried it, and the kids loved it. So, home run there. You can't go wrong with crappie. It is really, really good fish. And easy to catch. I mean, once you find the schools of them, it's just jigging. And you're just pulling them up. They just jump on it and sticking in my live well. That's what I do. And I do have a little live well for my kayak, but I troll it. So once I put a fish in it, it's a boat anchor. It's like having a parachute, a braking system on one side of the kayak. So it really does slow you down quite a bit, but well worth it. A friend of mine gave it to me. It's just like a big basket, with a pool noodle on top, and I just throw the fish in there. It's got a lid, and I just throw the fish in there, and voila, I've got a live well. Tomorrow for these events, I only compete with big fish. So I can't put 5 big bass in that basket. I put lots of crappie, but I can't put 5 big bass in it. So I only compete against the big fish. So hopefully, I can catch a 6 or 7 pounder tomorrow, which would be a lifer, a personal best for me. But I will have to probably catch in that 6, 7 pound range in order to win some money. 1 or 2 months ago, I got 4th place, but you don't get nothing for 4th. You get an attaboy. That's what you get. And he says, look, the kayak guy, because they have boats. So I'm kind of like the club mascot. Yeah, the guy in the kayak. So, but anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun if I can get out there, depending on how I feel in the morning. But it's going to be fun. I feel like going out today, actually, this afternoon. I might just head over to Rocky Point or something, try to catch some large trout out there. There is a ton of trout right now, and they're big. I mean, these are 6, 7, 8-pound trout right now. And I wouldn't mind going out to Rocky Point today. And, it's only about 25 minutes from here, and put in, just relax. So, yeah, maybe. But it's going to be, have fun this weekend. And hopefully you got a good fishing report. Look them up. I just posted one for Southern Oregon. So if you have if you don't know where to go, hit my fishing report. Willow Lake is really the hot spot right now. Willow Lake has got it got big fish for you to catch it's trout, and they're big. They're trophy size. So just head out there. The lake is small, and they stocked it to its rim. So if you're in the area, head out to Willow Lake today and catch some big old trout. Like I said, I might go to Rocky Point. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should rest today for tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. So my O2 sat's good. So I went to the doctor's this morning for a follow-up from the hospital. Let's check it out. My O2 sat's not real good right now. It's only 91. So 90. Maybe I should rest today. See, it's the bottom number. 90 is your border. It's usually where I live for oxygen saturation. So I gotta go to the pharmacy and get some more medicine. So, but anyway, what else? I really just wanted to jump on and say hey to everybody and wish you guys a good weekend, because it's going to be a good weekend for everybody. If you're camping, great. I would love to go camping. I really would. I think it'd be a fun time to go camping. And it's also always so crowded at these resort lakes this weekend. So the Lake of the Woods, which is near me, the one I like going to the most, they're hiring. They'll hire anybody who fogs a mirror right now. They're so low staffed. Those kids love working there. They love the owners. And they're working 13-hour shifts, bell to bell. And they're doing it with a smile. I'm very impressed. I've managed stores with hundreds of people for decades, 30 years. And I've had thousands of people work for me. It is refreshing to see people enjoy their job. I would never apply for a place without seeing smiles on the faces of the people that work there. And these kids love it. They love it. If I could work, heck, I'd be up at Lake of the Woods. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I could rent kayaks and boats or something like that. I don't know. But what a beautiful setting. I was sitting there eating lunch, made a great salad there at the pizza joint, and an antipasto salad. It was delicious. It was really, really good. I ate it all up. But I was just sitting there looking at the marina, and then I was just pulling up crappie like crazy. It was beautiful, really beautiful. And it doesn't have the kastking logo here, but on the live, but you guys know I love kastking, and kastking gives me some really nice quality stuff. And without quality, it's hard to really find the peak enjoyment. But I don't want to sound like an infomercial too much, but you can't beat them for the money. That fillet knife that I just got, awesome. The kits, the baits and stuff, those are really nice baits. My rods and my reels. I I don't know what else I could ask much more than what they've given me. And I'm so glad that I talked them into letting me be a brand ambassador. I mean, there's one more brand ambassador I'm really trying to get, which is Feelfree Kayaks, which is my kayak. And I don't know what else I can do and get their attention. I've shook the hand of the rep and introduced myself and regular customer at the dealership here. I don't know what else I can do except for maybe get 1,000 subscribers to my channel. And I think that's pretty much it. I mean, who wants to pay attention to the guy in the 300s? But nonetheless, I sell their kayaks out on the lakes. I've sold 3 just since I've been here. And it's just, they're a great kayak. I mean, they're affordable and they're rotomolded, and it's just, they're not light because of the rotomold process, but they're tough. And I just think if you're going to buy a long-term kayak, you buy a Feelfree. You really do. It's just the lure of the Mokins. I'm a big Mokin fan, obviously. And the Mokin's a great kayak for $800. That kayak got a sonar pod. It's stable. It's long. Paddles wonderfully. I mean, Wednesday, I was barely touching the paddle to the water. I'm taking it real slow and purposeful right now, so I don't stress my lungs. And I was just paddling really slow, and I was just cruising across the lake. And it was just wonderful. It's hard to find a good fishing paddling kayak because they're making them so wide at 35 inches, 36 inches, some of them even more. And basically, you're not in a kayak anymore. You're in a small John boat, is what you're in, a one-person John boat. And they're designed for pedaling or power. I mean, you can paddle it, but you're just moving a barge because of the squareness of the hull. So with a longer hull, narrower and still stable, like the Mokin 12.5, you would get a really enjoyable experience. And there's something very relaxing to just paddle, just to hear the splash, to reach down, touch the water, to pull that fish in eye level. That's cool. It's really cool. So if you've never tried kayaking, rent one. Rent a kayak. I mean, they're not cheap. They're not expensive to rent. And go out fishing, catch a few fish in a kayak, and see the difference between catching a fish in a kayak and catching a fish in a boat or on the bank. There's a big difference between the experience. If you catch it in a kayak, you are face to face. You're water level, and it is just more exciting. And it's mano a mano. You don't have that superiority feel that you do in a boat or on a bank. Kayak fishing is an experience, so don't ruin it with a motor or pedal power. Personally, I really think a paddle is the best way you can get a paddling kayak. Mokin 12.5 by Feelfree, the Crescent line kayaks. Those are really good paddling kayaks. They have a really cool 2+1 tandem. It's a 1-person or a 2-person, a really nice kayak for the money. I think it's like $1,100, something like that, for the tandem. But great kayak. I mean, the Crescent company is a really good kayak company. It's just that kayaks just coming back into the market. The local guys just got another shipment. They're just starting to come back on the market. Hey, Jacob. Talking kayaks. I'm just talking kayaks, kayak fishing. So, I mean, kayak fishing. I don't know if Jacob. I don't know if you own a kayak, but I know you can always borrow one or rent one. But I mean, boats are great. Things are going okay. I'm breathing better, obviously. I mean, my lungs are, the prednisone. I'm in a heavy dosage of prednisone, and that's making a difference right now. But it just takes so much out of me. It is fun. It is fun. Kayaks. I mean, it's, like I said, it's an experience. I'm not gonna. It's an experience. It's an adventure. I mean, when you paddle down a river in a kayak, you feel like an explorer. That's what you do. When you're out on the open water in a lake, sound reverberates. Little splashes start to sound louder. And when you hook a fish, it's magnified. It is just it's totally different. I would never trade my kayak for a boat. I may add a boat later in life, but I would never get rid of my kayak because there are days you just need it. You just need the experience. And it's not hard. I mean, paddling kayak, it's easy. I'm not on a boat or a kayak. I'm always on, you know what? Bank fishing's awesome. I love bank fishing. I mean, you sit down, relax, it's stable. It's just different when you're out on the water. It's just different. Like I said, you can rent a kayak for $35 or wherever you are. And what a fun little thing to take out on the water and just fish from. I think it's $70 for the weekend here. So you pick it up on Friday and return it on Monday. And, for $70 for the whole weekend, here is just a great deal. And he's got great fishing kayaks here. And nice thing is you can rent ones that you're thinking about buying. And you can test it out. So it's a lot of fun to do. I mean, the guy here, Mike, his name's Mike also. Really cool guy. Nice guy. I would love to be a brand ambassador for them. I really would. I know I have sold for him out on the water. People are always looking at my rig and complimenting me on it because, it's big, it's stable. It has outriggers, which sets it apart. And it's fully functional. I mean, I've got a 12-volt system in it. I got my electronics. I got my live well. I've got, my crate, my tackle. I got it all. I look like Santa Claus. I'm in Klamath Falls, Oregon. So that's where I am. So it's a huge fishing area. Klamath Lake is in my backyard here, and it's the largest lake in Oregon. It's 25 miles long, 8 miles wide. Average depth, 8 feet. It's really shallow, but huge on trout, huge trout. Where are you from in California? I was born and raised in California, just moved here last year. So where are you in California, Jacob? I've lived, Central Coast, Southern California, and Central Valley. That's where Santa Cruz, surfer town. Nice. I when I was younger and healthier, I always went to Santa Cruz for surfing, Paradise Point, and always. I mean, my wife's grandparents had a beach house on 7th Street by the marina, and so we always used the beach house. And I always went surfing, over in Santa Cruz. Just had a great time. And Santa Cruz is just a fun town to visit. Spent my honeymoon. I mean, so many things we did. Santa Cruz was fun. And that beach house on 7th Street was really nice. It was actually a duplex. So they rented half of it. And then they had the other half for family, just to use whenever we wanted to. And then, of course, we went over to the marina. I love boats. And ate at the restaurants and this and that. It's just, and walk around Aptos. So I got to go pretty far to go on lake. I got to go pretty far to go on the lake. Only salt. Well, yeah. Yeah, but you can get a sea kayak. You can fish the marina. And when I lived in Santa Clarita, I went over to Ventura. The marina there is huge. There's big houses, yachts. And I just fished the marina, underneath their docks and boats and things like that. You can do the same thing over in Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz got a really nice marina. And just take a boat, a kayak out there and just fish the marina. And you'll catch mackerel, you'll catch halibut, cod, uh, sea bass, the calico sea bass. You could get even a shark every once in a while if you want. I mean, there's all sorts of good things in that marina. And yeah, I would, heck yeah. I loved fishing the marina. Marinas are fun to fish. So you'll always catch something. That's what I do in Santa Cruz. I mean, I can't surf anymore, but I sold my surfboard last year. It was a custom made surfboard I had made for me. And I had it match my 69 Dodge Charger. I sent him a picture of my Charger that I had restored. I said, I want my surfboard to look like my car. And sure enough, I had my name under the glass. And it was a really nice longboard. It was a 9-foot longboard. And I sold it last year. I don't have any balance anymore. So I just, and with my lungs and my brain injury, I just can't surf anymore. But I'll tell you, I had a great time surfing in Santa Cruz, a lot. Paradise Point is a great place to surf. And, there's just a nice pizza place there and stuff. And you got the O'Neill Surf Shop right not far from there. And hey, if you want, you just rent a board there. And that's what I did before I bought one. I don't know Pinto Lake. I know where it is. I've never been to it. Yeah, I've never been to Pinto Lake, but I know of it. Yeah, it's you live in a beautiful spot. I mean, the Monterey Bay right there. I don't know if y'all have been there, but those who haven't been to Monterey Bay, you got Santa Cruz up here, the northern spot. Then you come down on the crescent, you got Watsonville. Then you got Monterey and that area. And this bay is a wildlife sanctuary. And they have a lot of sharks. They have one place called Leopard Point, leopard sharks. They're just basically spotted koi. I mean, they're bottom, but they're all over you. And one time we had a great white in the water with us at Paradise Point. And all the shortboarders, they pull up, they go in. Me, I just pull up my feet and just watch this dorsal swim by me. And there are lots of sharks in Monterey Bay. And just a lot of fun. It's just beautiful. And, you go to Sunset Beach. Sunset Beach is a great beach. It's a beach break. It's not a point break like Paradise is. But it has good breaks, even waves. And Sunset Beach is a really good beach to go surfing at, too. Took flying like fish combo. Oh, my God. Carp are brutal. You can catch we had 4-foot carp at the lagoon over at Castaic in Santa Clarita. 4-foot fish anyway is going to be a beast. But these were 4 feet long, these carp. And a lot of guys, they just fish carp because of the sport of it. I mean, you don't eat them, but what a fun fish to catch. And you're right, it'll rip your pole right out of your hands. And a carp can be huge. They love to fight. They are a fun fish to catch. They're a good fish to catch. I mean, I toss them back. Some guys hate carp so much they just kill them. But yeah, it is a good fight. It is a good fight. And like I said, there are carp fishing tournaments and leagues. Personally, I don't think I'd ever join one. If I hook a carp, it'll be on accident. I can't believe the catfish they have back east. I mean, they have 60, 70-pound catfish. Now that I would keep. Big old giant steaks off of those babies. Oh, awesome. So, but you got some really nice areas, I mean, if I lived in Santa Cruz, yeah, I'd be hitting the kelp beds. I would be hitting the marina. The kelp beds are just full of rock cod. Oh my gosh. They're just full of rock cod. Just drop a squid down there or something like that and just start pulling them up. Man, I really do miss ocean fishing a bit. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was fun to go to Ventura and just catch stuff out. And the dolphins would just come right up to you. To them, dolphins are like the puppy dogs, of the ocean. They're completely harmless, and they like to be petted. So they'll roll over on their back just so you could touch their belly. And if you don't want to touch their belly and your feet are hanging in the water, they'll scrape your feet with their back. I've had dolphins interaction out in the wild so many times. My wife has had pictures of them with me. It's just so cool. What is that? Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, like I said, there ain't no carp in the marina. So go to the marina. You live in Santa Cruz. I mean, they've got a good marina there. It goes down in there nice and deep, and there's fish. There's a bunch of fish underneath all those boats. Just throw some squid or some mackerel or something, out there and start pulling them in. You can catch your own bait. Use it was Sukuki or anyway. We just get those and we just start pulling up bait fish, and we use those. So Sabuki, something like that. I can't remember what it's called. You're not a fan of saltwater and you live in Santa Cruz. Well, saltwater fish taste the best though. It really does. It doesn't have a fishy taste. So you could pull up a rock cod and cook it, and it doesn't taste like it. There's no fishy taste to it. So, you can really have a good time out there. And it's nice. I mean, I love looking at boats. That's one of the things I enjoyed about the 7th Street Beach House is, it was 2 blocks from the marina. And we just walk over to the marina, and it was like a boat show for me all the time. And I just enjoyed looking at the boats. If I meet one of the owners or something like that, it was fun to just talk to them about their boats. Sometimes they'd invite us on it. So, well, I'm more of a freshwater, but I'm from Santa Barbara County. So my hometown is on the beach. I was born and raised. So I was a beach bum growing up. I was a surfer, and we just hung out at the beach all the time. And so I guess I'm a saltwater guy. So, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, the beautiful thing about the ocean is there's so much life under there that it's always discoverable. And the Monterey Bay has got a lot of life. It's a great ecosystem in the Monterey Bay. Never took up diving. I always thought that would be fun, take up diving, but now with my lungs the way they are, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I'm medically capable of diving. But boy, you would have. I haven't been to Santa Cruz in years. Gosh, we moved down to LA 7, 8 years ago, and I don't think I've been to Santa Cruz since we moved to LA. But we used to have memberships over at the Monterey Aquarium. We went to the Monterey Aquarium all the time. And like I said, we went camping at Sunset Beach and had a great time there. Moss Landing, awesome. Yep, I know where Moss Landing is. It's right on the Crescent. And Moss Landing is a great place to go fishing. Really good. The wetlands there's got all sorts of good stuff. So good food there too. Good restaurants. Moss Landing's got great restaurants. You're bringing back good memories. I have some friends that live in Watsonville too, and God, I would love to see them. I do miss my friends. I make a lot of friends, and when you move away, you just lose contact. And I do miss them. Gary, he's the one that lives in, and we went surfing a lot together. And he moved to Watsonville, so it's probably, I hope he's healthy. I really do. think he's about my age. I think he's my age. Although, you know, people look older than I do for my age, I think. I'm doing good. Nice. And we're talking about Santa Cruz. Jacob lives in Santa Cruz. It's my old surfing, fishing area. So, yeah, I love Watson. I mean, Watsonville's right in the middle. So, but I'm doing better fishing. It's like the medicine makes me really tired. It's such heavy dosage. But tomorrow's a tournament. I might go to it. I feel like I can do it right now. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. But I feel like going fishing today, but I should rest today. Should rest. So I'm hoping, it's just so pretty outside. God, it's so beautiful. Blue skies, 74 degrees today. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a perfect weekend for fishing here. I just want to go fishing. It's a bass tournament. Yeah, it's a bass. It's the local bass club. We do a tournament every month. Everybody owns boats, bass boats, except me. I have a kayak. So I compete for big fish because I can keep one alive. I can't keep 5 alive in my little floating well. So I compete against all the boats for the biggest fish of the day. And if I catch the biggest fish, I can get some money. If I don't, I just had fun. Guys get a kick out of me because, I'm paddling a kayak and they've got, 150 horsepower engines and they just jet off to wherever spot that they want. And I paddle all day long. I'm paddling. And they get a kick out of me. They get a kick. I always have fun at the tournaments. Yep. Last month I had a good time. Where was it last month? It was at, was it Iron Gate? Yeah, I camped at Iron Gate last month. It's just that coolers can't hold 5 big bass. If I'm going to have a shot at the limit, I can't. I would need a big cooler to keep it alive. So I have a floating basket, and the basket can keep 1 alive. But I can't put 5 big bass in there. I mean, if I put 15 pounds of bass in, they would all die. So, and then if you try to put 15 pounds in a cooler on the back without really good aeration and the water weight, it's just too much weight. I'm fat. I'm 280 pounds. So it's like, my 280, even though my kayak can hold it, who wants to paddle 400 pounds on a kayak? I mean, it's just, nobody wants to paddle that. The big bass or the big fish will probably win you about $200. And the regular, the limit catch will win you about 500. So it's just a few $100. And I would love to win one. I really would. I would make my wife happy. Maybe pay for some of my gear. So 2 coolers. You know what? I'm fat, man. I mean, you can't put 2 coolers on my kayak. Jeez. And that's why I put it in the water. The nice thing about having a basket, a basket in the water is that when you paddle, it aerates it and it keeps the water going. So all I got to do is move my kayak every once in a while to keep the fish going. The bother of it is that it's a drag. I mean, it's a parachute. So once I start catching fish, I'll start swapping them out, but that fish has got to stay in the water, and it becomes sort of a parachute on my kayak. But and if I'm near a weigh-in station, I'll go to the weigh-in station, just have them weigh it in, and then release it and go back out on the water. So if he's got a weigh-in station set up to where I can deliver a fish, I could do that. And he's done that once. So I don't know what he's going to do this time. He's using an app this time. So if I don't know if there's reception out there, but if there is reception, I might be able to use the app and I can compete with a full live 5. So, oh yeah, Jacob, I just caught a bunch of crappie day before yesterday. Cooked it up last night. Yep, bunch of crappie. You look at my latest videos, I talk about it. It was fantastic. I was just jigging, pulling them up. Yep, crappie's the best tasting freshwater fish there is. So, and easy to catch. Once you find the school, little itty bitty jig, with a little bit of power bait, and just pop them up. So crappie is one of my favorite fish. Oh yeah. Well, I wasn't feeling good last night, so I wanted to eat it, but I cooked it all up for my kids. They loved it. I did a Louisiana fry on it, and with bread, yeah, and they loved it. They loved it. So I will definitely catch more crappie and cook them up, and really, really simple. Oh my goodness. Next week, I'll be out on the water again. I'm on the water every week. I mean, even when I went in the hospital for all of last week, I got on the water on Monday. So before they hospitalized me on Tuesday, and so I'm a stubborn guy. There's something nice about fishing. You guys know that. I mean, it's quiet, especially when you're on the water. When you're on the water, it's quiet, and it's just relaxing. It's going to be busy this weekend. So this is a resort lake that I'm going to tomorrow for the tournament. They have a water slides and stuff like that. So it'll be a very, very busy lake tomorrow, which is safe for me. So if I do have problems physically, I can always solicit somebody to help me. I'm at the water 2 to 3 in 2 weeks, sadly. 2 to 3 times in 2. Oh, that's good. There are guys that live by the water, I was raised on the coast. So there's people that live on the coast and never go to the beach. I mean, give me a break. I mean, you have I love the boardwalk in Santa Cruz. I mean, you can't beat the Big Dipper. I mean, that's a great roller coaster. And you have concerts all the time. So you can always catch a concert down at the boardwalk. And the outdoor mall in downtown Santa Cruz, there's always good homeless people, entertaining you that you can throw a few bucks at. Actually, Santa Cruz is a very lively place if you let it be. There's good food, crazy people, great scenery, good surfing, great surfing, in fact. It's nice. Yeah, well, it is expensive. It's the price of California coast. You live on the California is expensive, but you live at the coast, more expensive. And one of the nice things I love about here, I get my outdoors, I get my fishing, I get my lakes, I get my scenery. But, this house, it's 100 years old. This is the basement. And it's in a beautiful neighborhood with great neighbors. And $180,000 is what I paid for it. Can't do that. 4-bedroom place in California, near a lake. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I picked a town that I can afford to retire in. So, and it's a beautiful town with good hospital, which I need. I need a good hospital. So, but it's nice. I like it. My wife likes it. My kids like it. So, I think everybody should consider Klamath Falls. I mean, if you like the outdoors, this is the place to move. I mean, if you own a place in Santa Cruz, you're going to sell it for $1 million. You can pay cash for something here and retire. Go fishing every day. You're a freshwater guy. Yeah. $180 for 4 bedrooms. It's a beautiful house. It's what they call craftsman style. It's all wood. It's just amazing. The cabinetry, the woodwork inside is just awesome. But yeah, that's what I paid for it. $180 for 4. So yeah, all my kids, I have 3 kids. They all wanted their own bedroom. So I needed to find a 4-bedroom house. So, and like I said, I'm in a beautiful neighborhood, absolutely wonderful neighbors. It's just beautiful here. It's beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous. Ain't no surfing though. You got no surfing. So if you're a surfer, you ain't gonna like it. You need a 5-6 mil suit, and off the Oregon coast. But yeah, no. If you look up Klamath Falls real estate, it's a little more money now, I think. But you'll be shocked to see how low the prices are for homes here, and some of them are right on the lake. There's one for $469,000. It's a 4-bedroom place, huge lot, backs up right to Klamath Lake, big piece of property. It's probably an acre and a half. $469. It looks like a brand new home. Let's take out, yeah. I was born and raised in California, my friend, and as much as I love California, I got tired of it, and I couldn't afford to live there anymore. They just priced me out. I mean, I've owned 5 homes, 4 of them in California, and I just ended up getting priced out. I couldn't afford to live there anymore. So I looked at anything west of the Mississippi. I looked at over 100 cities and towns before I picked this one. And I did a lot of research. And I had to have outdoors, and I had to have good hospitalization for my pulmonary. This particular hospital got recognized nationally for their pulmonary department 2 years ago. And because of the decay of my lungs and my inability to breathe, I needed I couldn't be too far from the hospital, and a good hospital that could take care of me. They did a great job last week. I could barely breathe when I walked into the hospital. And, 5 days later, they got me better. So they did a good job. But anyway, if you just look online to Klamath Falls, Oregon, you'll see the real estate prices are sick here. And they're going up because people from California have figured it out. So they're buying these homes, or they're going up pretty fast. But you could still get a home for $250,000, $250,000, 4-bedroom here in the area, not far from the lake or the river. Klamath River is beautiful. So it snows a little bit here. This is the sunniest county in the state. But when we get snow, it's enough to sort of put an inch or two on the ground, and it'll stick for a day or two, and then it'll disappear, and it'll make it pretty, melt, pretty, and then melt, pretty, and then melt. I don't think we got more than 3 inches at one time, this year. So, but it was beautiful. It really was beautiful. We were outside and played in the snow, and it was just fun. It really is beautiful when it snows here, but it's just enough to not snow you in and just make the place prettier. And then it will disappear in a few days, and it'll snow again. It's just beautiful. I never lived in an area where it snowed. This is just enough snow to not make it a pain in the butt. My family's from Detroit. Both my parents and both my sisters are born in Detroit. And if you ever been to Michigan, it is the most miserable winter you could. You might as well be at the North Pole. It's gross. Oh yeah, it is fun here because we go ice fishing. And we go ice fishing here, and this is one of my ice fishing poles. Little guy, the little ones. You put it in make a hole, and pull them up. And ice fishing is a blast. Ice fishing is so much fun because you're sitting on the ice, and you just make a hole, and the fish come to you, and you just jigging them, man. It was just pulling up these fish. Oh my God. You've never seen snow. Oh, you got to see snow. Got to see snow. You got to see it snowing. It snowed twice last week here. Didn't stick. But snow fell while I was in the hospital last week here. So, it was snowing. But it's so pretty when you watch the snow fall. It's like the world is in slow motion. So, yes, there is. Yeah, 6 Cents does have 15% off right now. And if you go to I just got an email today for kastking. It's not, they say it's new release, but these aren't new release products. Although the anti-fog cloth is 40% off. So if you go to Amazon, you can get this for 40% off. It really does work. Their new rod rack with reeling station or spooling station is 20% off. And they have a really nice sports bottle with what do you call it? Anyway, they got sort of like a survival cord on it and stuff like that. It's 40% off right now for their Extremus Deluge sports water bottle. And it comes in 32 or 42 ounces. That is a really nice water bottle. That's one of those things I want to get. But yeah, I've been spending too much money lately. But yeah, I got the 6 cents. At 6 cents, if I had that 15% off, I probably wouldn't buy their baits because I always hit their clearance sale. But they do sell really nice rods. And 15% off on their rods are great. The biggest fish I ever caught is in bass is 4 pounds. Now I've caught lingcod, and I've caught, ocean fish are much larger, but bass 4 pounds, trout about the same. So I'm looking forward to getting a lot more personal bests this year. But yeah, there's some really good Memorial Day sales going on right now. Next Thursday, I have a conference call with the designer and the company, Kastking. And it's a quarterly call. And he's going to tell us what's coming down the pipe. And whether I could tell you Friday or not, I don't know. All depends. We're sworn to secrecy until certain dates. But there's going to be some really good stuff coming down the yeah, I will. I get it. I already got a personal best on red-banded trout. You'll look at my the trout video, and you'll see this 21.5-inch red band that I caught. It was beautiful, and when it swam away, it looked like a shark. It's beautiful, beautiful fish. So I'll get some. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get a PB. I'm going to have to get a PB to win the big fish tomorrow. So if I can wrangle a 6 or 7 pound bass tomorrow, I have a shot at the bounty. I'd be upset if I got a 7 pounder and somebody got 7.2. I'd be upset. Oh my goodness, miss hundreds of dollars for 2 ounces. But it would be exciting. I mean, because a 7-pound mouth is like this big, so it'd be great. But yeah, I would. And this is a great place to fish. They have big fish here. Their trout is like 8 pounds, and I haven't caught one of those yet. But I know where they are, and they're just starting to populate. So that's one at Rocky Point, and I think I could. Yeah, Rocky Point's 25 minutes. I'll be hitting that place. So, but yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year. My wife's going to hate me though. I'm going to spend money. Try not to. It's so attractive though. I think the ultralight will be my last pole for a while, unless they give me one. I know, that'd be great. Yeah, if I win a couple $100 tomorrow, I might get some forgiveness. I don't know. If I can come home with a few $100, it'd be nice. So I don't know how many people we got in the tournament tomorrow. We usually have about 15 boats. So that's $300 in the pot for the big bass. So that's $20 for the big bass. And the $60 for the entry for the 5. So that pot's much bigger. Obviously, it's 3 times bigger. And he usually keeps 20 or 1 entry for the club. So it's going to rain here? There? Oh, that's a bummer, Funk. Yeah, I heard your weather's not very good up there this weekend. Here, it's gorgeous. Blue skies in the low 70s, mid 70s. I'm telling you, by the way, one of my subscribers was out there, Tim Handy, on Wednesday. By the time we got on the water, he saw us at 9:30. He had already caught his limit on trout. So he had already caught his 5. So, but it was really cool to see a subscriber out there. Really nice guy. He remembers seeing me out on the lake with my Sea Eagle last year. Sea Eagle's a great, the Foldcraft 375. If you ever want an inflatable pontoon fishing boat, I recommend wholeheartedly that thing. 15 years old, that thing was just as tough as nails. And what a great boat. What a great boat. Had a great time on that boat. So, your friend told me in summer if I want to go deep ocean. Yeah, do it. Oh, yeah. I never caught a tuna. And those things are beasts. I mean, those you're going to fight for a half hour. So what a great fish to catch, too. Absolutely. Go deep sea fishing. I love deep ocean fishing. And like I said, lingcod is just so thick. Steaks are this thick. If you catch a blue shark or something like that, yep. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have a great time. I mean, you got good ocean fishing right there in Santa Cruz. Great ocean fishing in Santa Cruz. You don't have to go to San Diego. Oh my gosh. I mean, Santa Cruz is, I told you, your ecosystem in the Monterey Bay is rich. There's so much cod out there. It's sick. And you can go out there and jump on a party boat and just have fun. Just have fun. So that's what I would do. I mean, I think a party boat costs you $80 or something. Get on a party boat. But nice thing about it, you're going to come back with a haul of fish, and you'll get your money's worth just in the enjoyment and in your fish, because you'll come back with 30 fish. And they'll fillet them for you for a few bucks. You know, you give them a tip, and they'll fillet them for you and just bring them home and cook them. Well, San Diego's nice. My buddy that I fish with here, he's from San Diego. And, San Diego's nice, but it's crowded. And that's why I kind of like Santa Cruz, because it's not as crowded. I mean, it's a resort town. It's going to be crazy this weekend, in Santa Cruz with the boardwalk and the concerts and the street fairs and stuff like that. But that's what makes it fun. I mean, you walk downtown mall there, it's going to be a blast this weekend for you. So, yeah, I'm going to cut out. So it's almost lunchtime, huh? One thing about these pills, they make you really hungry all the time, and I can't eat a lot. So, anyway, Jake, it was nice talking to you. Funk, Brandon, nice. Have fun this weekend, everybody. Catch some fish. Post them online. I'll try.